oh my God, I just realized I don't want to be fat anymore. Hey dolls, this is Cristalchanel, and today is 4th of July, so you may hear the fireworks. But happy 4th to all of y'all. Anyway, I have a couple of things I just wanted to get off my chest from being in bed at night sometimes thinking about it, from getting comments from people. Basically, this video is why I chose not to be fat anymore. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a fat girl. I was a fat girl. I embraced it. I just felt like people wanted to know, because people email me all the time. They have questions as to what made me consider the surgery and what actually made me go through with it. So basically, the reason I chose to lose weight, it's a really broad question, but if I had to narrow it down, it's because first, my health. I was told I was borderline diabetic, and my father, he developed diabetes. So I'm like, it could really happen. It could happen to you. Crystal, you're almost there. So even though I lost 75 pounds, I got checked out a few months ago and I'm still borderline diabetic. So health was number one reason. Another major factor for me as to why I chose to go through with vertical sleeve surgery was because of how uncomfortable I felt in my clothes. So not to get confused with my self-confidence as to how I looked in my clothes, it was more or less how I felt. For example, when I got dressed, I had to wear, I had to wear shapers. At least to me, I had to wear shapers for me to look presentable in certain clothes that I liked, like bodycon dresses, things like that. And basically, getting into a shaper, God, if you're a fat girl, if you got hips, like that shit is a workout. Like legit, I broke sweats, I got hot, I got stuffy, I always had an attitude. I needed another person to help pull up the back part because it would roll down. Like, I was uncomfortable in my clothes. I remember having holes in my tank tops or holes in my undershirts, holes in my sweaters, like on the sides, because a lot of times when you have a stomach, your shirts will roll up. So I would constantly pull and tug them down. Sometimes it wasn't even rolling up, but just out of habit, I would tug on my clothes. And when I tug on my shirts, it created holes in the side. So I always felt uncomfortable in my clothes. My clothes were always rolling up on me. I was always extremely hot. Like, I hated putting on heels. Like, you can see, I love my heels. I got like a whole, like, I got a lot of heels. Like, what girl doesn't have a lot of heels? But all I'm saying is I would legit try to bend over and like get my foot up, or have someone help me like try to get my foot up so that I could buckle my shoe. And by the time I got one shoe buckle, I would be so hot, irritated, catch a side cramp, like all of that, like just to get my shoe on. Like that shit was mad annoying. Putting on lotion was annoying. I know it sounds so crazy, and honestly, some of you may not even ever understand unless you've been here yourself, but I would just be like, forget it. I'll be ashy today because it took too long to put on body lotion. Like little stuff like that. I went on a trip with my partner at the time, and we went to a theme park. And I'm not against roller coasters, things like that, but we got on a roller coaster, and you sit in a seat, which was hard because I got hips, and being plus size, those hips are like magnified. So I'm in this seat or whatever, I finally squeezed in, which was tight as hell, but I wanted to ride the ride. And then they clicked the bar down. The bar clicked 3 times for everyone except for me. The bar clicked like 1 time, and then they could kind of get it the second time, but it was uncomfortable. He was like, oh, 2 and you're good. I was like, no, the fuck I look like? Like, I'm about to die on a roller coaster because my safety garments, the harness wouldn't click like it was supposed to. And that kind of was, I don't know, the light, I guess you can say, that I saw. That was like a low for me. My partner at the time didn't know. I just played it off or whatever. Like, oh, I don't do roller coasters. Oh my gosh, my hair gonna get messed up. But deep down inside, I was hurt. I went on a few trips, and of course the plane ride, I didn't need a belt extender, but again, with my hips, like getting inside of the seat itself was extremely difficult. And I don't know, it's just, you never feel good about yourself. Like, I had low self-esteem, and sometimes I still struggle with my self-esteem because of my body and my changes after my surgery, which you always learn to love the body that you have, but it's still, you always have to embrace the changes. So people email me all the time about loose skin. Yeah, you're gonna have it. I mean, shit, you know, we got stomachs, they were fat before, you lose the weight, now it's small. But it's like, would you rather deal and camouflage a big round belly, or you want to deal and camouflage a flat deflated belly? Like, it's just, you're never going to be perfect, so you should never get surgery if you're chasing perfection. For me, I've always been happy in my body because, you know, you gotta love yourself, but I still embrace change. Even to this day, like, why do I have teeth whitening gel? Or why do I have braces? Why do I have a gym membership? It's just about taking care of yourself. It's not necessarily about chasing an unattainable body image or body size. To me, I'm about to be 30 years old. I know that I have been taken for granted my health, and it's now important to me. So I know I need to get the weight off, and I took the steps necessary to do so. But a lot of people ask me, and I apologize, I keep looking down. I'm looking for the note that I had. I had a note in here that basically kind of like, I mean, it could be 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'm up just thinking about random stuff like this. Let's see. Oh, sometimes I would feel ashamed in public when I eat. Like, people will look at me like, oh, she's so fat, but why is she eating that? I don't know, like, it's like a mental thing when it comes to weight loss. And it's really mental when it comes to some of the depression you face when you are overweight. And that was always something I always thought of. Like, I was shamed when I ate bad foods anyway. My shin and knees would actually hurt. Like, I run all the time. Well, I take that back, not all the time, but I do run often. And when I ran, like, I legit had like sore shins, like right on the top of your legs for days. But I don't have that problem anymore. So it was really contributing to my weight. I didn't feel sexy naked. I know a lot of people are like, I'm plus size, I embrace my body. Okay, yeah, I did embrace my body, but I just never felt sexual, I guess, because I was like, what are they looking at? Like, are they attracted to this? Like, it's really all in your head. But now that I've lost weight, I still have insecurities, but I can say I feel 10 times better. I feel sexy, you know, when I'm on top or whatever. Like, I don't know, so many things change as to what I'm concerned about now, but a lot of the things that I was, you know, really heavy on my heart before aren't really a problem no more. Like, I legit am happier. Like, people be like, oh, I'm fat happy. Fat girls are, you know, we what's up. Yeah, that's true. That's a confidence you need to have, because as a person, you need to love where you are at the time you're there, but there's nothing wrong with improving yourself. And that's just the message I want to get across to people. I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the other things going on, like the side effects, the negative side effects, hair loss, extra skin, backlash from plus size community, how did I tell my family, how did I tell my friends I wanted surgery. I'm gonna have some more videos on that. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and thumbs up this video, subscribe, check out also my fashion and beauty lifestyle channel, which I'll go ahead and put a link to that at the end of the video. And I don't know, if you have anything you want to comment about, hit me up on the bottom. I always return the comments. And again, this hair is Luxe Crown hair. I colored it myself. The lipstick I'm not going to share because I don't like the company anymore. And I'll link the shirt that I have on and the over top and the hat too. Okay, so as always, stay fabulous and fierce. So I never tried to date like someone that was into smaller girls. Because, you know, I never just had to go through that. So